Indie gamers, it's time for us to look at the games being released in May. This is a fantastic month for indie gaming, and I can't wait to get into all of them and hopefully show you a game you haven't seen yet. Let's do this thing. Hard parkour games have become a massive hit due to the rage quit factor and the popularity within the streaming community. Me? I'm a fan of them, but I'm terrible at playing them. Maybe one day you'll see me playing one, but this one is very fairly accessible. This is Surmount, a mountain climbing adventure, a free-flowing physics-based platformer that's all about climbing the largest mountain around, climb to the top, and meet a whole cast of people who are also climbing with you. Now, this isn't your normal climbing game. Let's just say physics will play a lot into your climb. You'll be able to fling yourself up to new ledges, dangle from jaw-dropping heights, and if you think that's a little tough, why not ask a friend to come and join you on this journey, climb together, and let them be the one to try everything. They say practice makes perfect, but it doesn't say you need to be the one practicing. Get them to drag you up once they've done it. The route won't be the same for everyone. The mountain is procedurally generated, so you can't just copy someone else's path. This mountain is for you to learn and conquer. Surmount is giving us a rage quit game, but on the kinder side. Yes, you might fall, but isn't that just part of growing? If you didn't fall, how would you know the struggles of the climb? A little something for you to think about. Now, let's all go climbing. Some games really like to challenge the norm. Show they aren't afraid to kind of show us things that we might never wish to talk about normally, and force us to interact with the unknown. This is Indika, and for me, it's ready to push out of any normal box and give us something special. Indika is a third-person story-driven adventure that's set within Russia at the turn of the 19th century. You'll play as a not-so-ordinary nun named Indika, who set off on a path of self-discovery, who is aided by the one thing you'd never expect to see beside a nun, the devil himself. Now, that's what I call a cool twist. This adventure will see you be led on quests by the evil one himself. Will you allow the devil to take over, or will you try to keep your faith clean, as the game will take you into the depths of the unknown? Indika is all about showing us the world through a distorted lens. The world isn't black or white, it's full of so many different colours that what you may see as right could be wrong to someone else. It's down to you to continue on the path you believe and hold true to your values. Indika will be a crazy ride. Not one everyone will take, but I can say this will open your eyes to the world around. Religion is a topic not many people talk about within media. You have people who believe and those who don't, but it can lead to arguments with both sides. Indika will look towards breaking those walls and give us a story that clashes both sides together. Imagine you're on the run from the law. All you've got is the highway in front of you. What has caused this to happen? How did life turn out this way? Well, if you've ever seen a classic car chasing movie, you might be like me who often thinks, how did they escape the cops? And this game is giving us that experience. This is Heading Out, a roguelike visual novel survival game. Start up your car in this black and white experience that will have you making hard and possibly horrible decisions if you're to survive. Heading Out has you choosing your own reasons for being on the run. You'll decide your fears, dreams and ambitions as the game will create a unique narrative experience for the person you're playing. This isn't just the same story for everyone. This will allow for multiple playthroughs of the game to see what life will throw at you next time you get behind the wheel. The roguelike genre fits in by you picking your next stop on the road. Make sure you always keep one eye on the fuel gauge and the other on the road. This will be a short trip if you're not prepared. Heading Out is giving us the old school in style with the beautiful black and white, but this is more like your Sin City. This drive won't be a nice one. If anything, I'm sure all roads will lead to one outcome, but it's not the one with you living happily ever after. I really hope I'm wrong though. Animals can bring so much joy. They can turn a frown into a smile with a little purr or a cuddle. But they can also be little chaos monsters who like to look at you before eating your shoe. Now it's time for us to play as one of these little feline friends in Little Kitty, Big City, a wholesome and cute cat adventure that sees us lost and alone after taking a nap when we probably shouldn't have. This is one big city for this little kitty. Tasked with trying to find your way home, you'll need to explore the highs and lows of this scary urban jungle. But worry not, a whole manner of other animals are here to help. Take advice from the other strays, befriend doggos who need your help, and maybe try to stay away from the humans around. They seem to not fully understand the fun that you're having. And well, fun is definitely needed after being lost. Cause chaos as you explore in this very goat simulator kind of way. The impossible is possible for this little kitty. Little Kitty, Big City is a wholesome quest for this little loved one to find their way home, as I'm sure their owners are worried and looking everywhere. Make sure you get as much done with your new friends before you complete your quest and cuddle up on the sofa. Mullets are really making a comeback, and for good reason. They make you look awesome, and it's just putting one in your game will make it awesome as well. That's my opinion. This is Mullet Madjack, and this ride is about to get wild. This is a first-person anime-inspired over-the-top shooter that's set in a dystopian future where everything looks like the animes set in the early 90s. Mullet Madjack has taken the formula of Superhot and Hotline Miami and turned the nozzle even further. You'll play as the mullet-wearing Madjack himself, but you have quite the condition. You need to refill your dopamine every 10 seconds or you'll die. Talk about a 24/7 job, right? Rush through levels to take down enemies using whatever weapons you can find. Ensure you always have enough time to get to the exit, and remember, the more brutal the kill, the more time you'll get back. Mullet Madjack is a nod to the classic anime storylines that just put action in front of anything, but it's also taken the plot of Crank and In Time to make an awesome game that's basically a speedrun. Don't kill anyone within 10 seconds, and you might as well have just taken that mullet off, as you're not worthy of such a beautiful haircut. Hooded Horse are really giving us medieval gems back to back. Just last week they released the fantastic Manor Lords, which has taken Steam by storm, and now a few weeks later they're giving us another dose of medieval greatness. This is Norland, a medieval colony simulator game that'll see you take over as a noble family. You'll need to lead your family through pain and anguish before they can finally find peace in this brutal land. This is a very serious strategy game, but wrapped up in a more adorable graphic setting. But whilst they might look cute from afar, up close and personal, you'll definitely see a different side to everyone. Norland is all about control and power. Without either, your family and lands will fall into chaos. You'll need to lead your people with purpose. You'll get to choose the way the game is played. Do you try to settle everything with words? Why bother spilling blood when we can get this sorted around the table and push for a diplomatic approach? Or do you decide swords do in fact cut deeper than words? Head to war against the local lands to expand your domain and show the world you deserve to sit at the top. Norland will allow you to play the game your way, and that's the part I'm really looking forward to. It's Civilization but on a more RPG-esque setting, not just managing cities. Your people will follow you if they have faith in you. Make sure you show them your worth, as you'll need them when the time comes. I've never made a game before, but I can always tell how much blood, sweat and tears and so much more go into development. I really do appreciate the programming games that we get these days. Games that allow the user, us, to program within the game, as it makes us do more than just left click to shoot. This is Arcane Assembly, a programming spell adventure that allows you to combine and customize spells together, using code to see what potential each and every combination could do within this world. This fantasy Metrovania will have you starting with basic magic, very limited in this massive pool. Slowly uncover more on your adventure, which will allow you to begin the programming side of the game. Select spells and triggers for the spells to make new and unique magic that's never been cast before. Instead of just shooting a fireball, because we've all seen that, why not code them to spin around you like a blade, or make a flame shotgun? You'll be able to fully understand how much you can do once you sit down and start to play around with the coding. Arcane Assembly has given us the normal Metrovania adventure, with large bosses and tricky areas full of enemies, but given us something new. The ability to make and break the game from how we customize spells has truly got me excited, and I can't wait to see what I can make. I wonder if I can shoot earth, wind and fire at the same time. I think I'll call it Boogie Wonderland. I had first mentioned this game in my Cozy Games being released in 2024, all but 3 months ago now. And now we finally will be able to play this wholesome adventure. This is Paper Trail, a top-down puzzle adventure about leaving home, set in a foldable paper world. This adventure will see you playing the game on a series of pages that you'll be able to fold and move to solve the puzzles within the journey. Play as Paige, that's Paige with an I, who will be leaving her home for the first time. This journey is all about finding your inner self-worth and discovering that you do in fact can do things if you set your mind to it. All the environments you head through on your travels are handmade and designed with purpose to help Paige understand more about this world as she heads on the path towards university. The person she was when she left home will be very different to the person who reaches the goal. Paper Trail is a story about understanding. Life is full of twists and turns that we don't understand until we need to overcome them. Paige will be thrown into an unknown world, and it'll be down to us to help her on her way and make sure she arrives safely. You're in charge on this strange world. You're the one who needs to lead these people through the hard times and push them to prosper into the new age. This is Synergy, a city builder set on an unknown world where the land is a harsh difference to what you've been used to on Earth. You'll need to build this city while respecting the local environment, as if you don't, this desert-like land will swallow you whole. Might taste a little sandy, but it'll still swallow you. Similar to games like Frostpunk, your decisions will push towards a goal. At certain times during the game, you'll get events in which you'll need to choose a path to walk, each having pros and cons in the long run. But this is part of being a leader. Make the call and hope and pray it's the right one. Explore and understand the local area you now call home. This land is new and exciting. Research to try and understand what you can use in the items around, and maybe develop new tech, which could save the lives of each and every person living here. Synergy is all about trying to survive. You're not sure what anything is, but you're keen to learn. Use the tech tree, research items, and develop relationships with the people living in your community to make this the best place to live on whatever this planet is called anyway. Auto battlers have really blown up again after games like Super Auto Pets, normally associated with strategy games as the troops you have under your control will battle for you, but they normally have this rather bland setting or more grey tones. But this time we add some colour into these games. This is Songs of Silence, an auto-battling strategy game that's been on my wishlist for so long now, so I'm super happy to see that I finally get to play this game fully. The game is set in a fantasy world that is being threatened by the all-consuming silence. You'll need to build an army to fight back in this story-driven game that's fully voice acted and ready to give us an all-out action ride. Engage in large-scale battles that don't take a whole year to finish. These fights will be quick and fast, that will have your troops battling for you in the auto battler, but you'll also be able to assist them by unleashing hell with devastating abilities like raining fire from above. Enjoy a real-time strategy game that doesn't take a month to finish. It's likely you'll be able to complete the map within an evening if you play your cards right. Select your hero at the start and develop them as your quest goes on. to ensure that they'll be ready for whatever fight will be waiting for them at the end. Songs of Silence is taking RTS games and giving us something a little different. This is fast combat. This is auto-battling combat and it's full of colour. I'm really looking forward to getting onto the battlefield and trying out all the heroes and giving this so many playthroughs. Another game that's been on my wishlist for the longest time, this one is taking us to the card battling genre which I love so much. This is Zet Zillions, a roguelike deck builder that is all about combining your cards together to make them stronger so that they're able to take down planet-sized enemies that just want to chill in front of you. You might be small in comparison, but you can throw one hell of a punch. Build your deck as you travel across the star map, looking for humanity's new home. Throw your crew at planets to overpopulate them, or combine them with very deadly items to cause 1. Emotional damage to your crew, and 2. Big explosion ultra bomb damage to the planet. It's a 2-in-1 combo. This is about finding the best combinations in the game and trying to build some mega decks to take on space itself. Zet Zillions is taking the deck building genre and literally making new cards as it goes. It's down to you to find the cool combos and try to find that deadly 1-2 punch. It's like you're trying to combine One Punch Man with literally anything else in the world. No matter what it is, it's still going to explode in one punch. If you're looking for a new roguelike deck builder, this is one that you should definitely be watching when released. Superheroes are always seen as the winners in most media. We watch a film and they might fall slightly halfway through, but they always get back up and defeat the villain. So now it's your turn to form a superhero team and take the fight to the villains who have taken over the city. This is Capes, a turn-based strategy game that really reminds me of the Marvel's Midnight Suns, but without the Marvel part. The supervillains won the war 20 years ago. It's time we took back what we lost. Giving us original heroes, you'll need to find and form a team of powered up people who wish to stand for justice once again. You'll need to slowly push back the villains in the story mode, or look towards taking on side quests, which could unlock new heroes for you. Who doesn't want more heroes? Make sure to take out different heroes for different missions. They'll level up as you play them, so make sure they all get their chance out there to be in the limelight. We don't need another Homelander. Capes is going to be showing us the heroes at their lowest, but also giving us the chance to push them back up to the highest of highs. Make sure to show off how awesome powers can be, and maybe you'll just inspire someone else to stand up and fight alongside you. And that's the end of the list of games being released in May. Honestly, so many more awesome games are being released that I couldn't fit in here, but we'll cover them in the weekly videos on Mondays. Let me know what you're looking forward to playing this month, and many thanks for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye!